greenhouse method. We are going to be talking about greenhouse method for hair growth. So today we are going to be talking about what's this greenhouse method for hair growth. Um, that's what we are going to be talking about today. Greenhouse method for hair growth. Greenhouse method for hair growth. I don't know if you have heard about the greenhouse effects or the greenhouse method when it comes to hair growth. And today I'm coming to teach you how you can grow your hair. How you can grow your hair using the greenhouse method. If you don't know what the greenhouse method is, now you are going to find out what it is. You are welcome. All right, my name is Atilola. I'm the founder of African Naturalistas, the Good Hair Tribe, Ethnic Hair Products, Pure Formula, and the Trichologist. So today it's all about the greenhouse method. It's all about the greenhouse method today. You are welcome. You are welcome. Let me know in the comment section if you can hear me. If you can see me, let me know in the comment section. If you can hear me, if you can see me, and if you have questions, I'm here. I'm here to answer all the questions that you might have concerning greenhouse method and all other hair care concerns. So, what is the greenhouse method? What is the greenhouse method? The greenhouse method is basically, I don't know if you know about greenhouse when it comes to agriculture. When it comes to agriculture, if you have heard about greenhouse when it comes to agricultural science. If you have not, if you didn't study agricultural science in school, if you have any knowledge of cultivating crops, cultivating plants, even incubating animals or incubating eggs or anything, greenhouse is basically when you create a separate environment for something to thrive, right? If something is not in a natural place or in an environment for its natural thriving, you can create a separate environment for that thing to thrive, right? So you separate it from its natural environment so it can thrive in something that is not natural. So, for example, some people put a plant on a piece of tissue paper, right, and pour water so it can be absorbing, and then they create an artificial light for the plants to receive and grow. Some people put an egg in an incubator for it to break and hatch, right? So there are many instances of people doing greenhouse, right? So it's called a greenhouse because you are creating a natural habitat for that thing in a larger environment where it's not natural. So that is what greenhouse is. That's where the word greenhouse actually comes from. So when you are talking about it in relationship to hair care or with respect to hair care, is talking about creating a separate environment for your hair to thrive. I hope you're all hearing me. You're creating a separate environment. So for example, if you're in a dry if you're in the dry season, you can create a rainy season for your hair. If you're in a humid weather, you can create a less humid weather, or if you're in a less humid weather, you can create a humid weather for your hair. So what you are doing right now is that you're just creating a separate environment for your hair to thrive. You're creating a separate environment for your hair to thrive. That is what the greenhouse method is about. Creating a separate environment for your hair to thrive. Creating a separate environment for your hair to thrive. That is what it is about. Now, why should you do the greenhouse method for your hair? Why do you need to? Why should you do? Why is it important for us to do greenhouse? Why is it important for us to do greenhouse method for our hair? Right? Why is it important for us to do greenhouse method for our hair? Number one, you're doing greenhouse method because you want your hair to be moisturized. You want your hair to be moisturized, right? So share this live. We are going to be teaching valuable things, right? Share this live. Let people come and join this live. Let them come and hear what we are teaching. Today is about the greenhouse. It's about the greenhouse. Share this live. Let people come and join, Right, thank you very much. So you are creating this. You need to moisturize your hair. You want to keep your hair moisturized. That's one of the reasons why you do the greenhouse method, because you want to keep your hair moisturized. Another thing, reason why you're doing the greenhouse method is because you want to combat dryness. Your hair is always dry, your scalp is always dry, and greenhouse is one hack, is one way that your hair will always be moisturized. And I'm going to teach you how to do greenhouse. I'm going to teach you how to always have moisturized hair, how to always have moisturized hair using the greenhouse method. And then you want to detangle. If you want to detangle your hair and your hair has stayed like you want to detangle it overnight, you can do the greenhouse method overnight and then come out and do like thorough detangling. I've talked about it before, right? I've talked about it before. So when you want to do a thorough set of detangling, you can do the greenhouse method. You can do the greenhouse method when you want to do thorough detangling. So you put your detangler, you cover your head, and then you will go and remove all the shed hair. Another reason why you want to do the greenhouse is because maybe you want to trim your hair, right? If you want to trim your hair, so you can do the greenhouse method for your hair. You can do the greenhouse method for your hair if you want to trim your hair. So you do it overnight, like I already said, you do it and then you detangle, you remove all the shed hair, and then you can trim your hair. So I'm going to be teaching you that later, how exactly, no, not later, I'm going to be teaching you now, how do you do the greenhouse method. How do you do the greenhouse method? Number one, you want to choose what you're going for. Many people, they do greenhouse method because they want to keep the hair moisturized. So what you are doing is you can take your spray bottle or your spray product, right, and spray it all over your hair. Spray it all over your hair. You take the spray product, I'm going to pin it right now, and then you spray it all over your hair. When you spray it all over your hair, then you will now cover your hair with a plastic bag. So it can be like a professional plastic bag, right? Like the one you bought in the store, the one they call shower cap, a disposable one or a reusable one. You can even use the plastic bags that you get in the supermarket and tie it around your hair, and then you will now cover your hair with you now cover your hair with you now cover that plastic bag with another like a turban that will trap the heat. So what you're trying to do is that you're trapping the heat, you're forcing your cuticles to rise. You're forcing your cuticles to rise, absorb the moisture, and swell up a bit and be very moisturized. Be very moisturized. And that's how you leave it. You now leave it overnight. So no matter what's going on around, the environment for your hair is totally different. No matter what is going on around, the environment for your hair is totally different. So it might be winter in your house while it's summer underneath your head, right? It might be winter around your environment and it's summer underneath your head. So you have to be very intentional about this. You have to be very intentional about this, about getting what you want out there. Now, how that's how you do it. Another way you can do the greenhouse method is you can use the mist and then the leave-in conditioner, right? The mist and then the leave-in conditioner. This is how the leave-in conditioner looks, right? This is how the ethnic leave-in conditioner look. It has a very nice sleep, right? Very slippery, very sleepy, and you just use the mist and the leave-in conditioner, and then you do the same thing. Sometimes you can even just use your body heat, right? But you have to ensure that the environment is very tight and very guarded. You can just put the plastic bag. You're not putting any products. You just put the plastic bag, and then you're not even putting any mist. You're not putting any spray, right? You're not putting any spray. You're just putting the plastic bag, and then you allow your own body heat to do the work. So your body is going to sweat. Your body is going to sweat and do the work and allow the moisture to come out and penetrate your hair strands, right? But I mean, you must be able to generate. You must have enough body heat. I mean, you understand, to generate, to ensure that you are seeing what you're seeing the greenhouse do its thing. you're seeing the greenhouse do things. So those are the three ways you can do the greenhouse method for your hair. So how often should you do greenhouse method? How often should you do greenhouse method? If your hair is normal, your hair and your scalp is normal, you don't have any issues with scalp issues, you don't have any issues at all, then you can do it once a week. Once a week is good if you don't have any issues at all. Once a week is good. Oh, once a week is good. Now, if you have issues like if you have issues with dry hair, dry scalp, you're always combating dryness, probably because of the environment you are in, or just even you being um yeah I lost my train of thought there, but yeah, you can do it if you have scalp issues. You have to do it twice a week. Twice a week is okay if you have dry scalp and dry hair. If you have dry scalp and dry hair, twice a week is good. It is good for you to do the greenhouse method twice a week. Another reason who should do the greenhouse method, right? So I've already said how often you should do the greenhouse method. Who should do the greenhouse method? People with dry hair should do greenhouse method. Dry hair people, my dry hair people, I don't know if you are here, your hair doesn't get moisturized at all. It doesn't get moisturized at all. Dry hair people, please do the greenhouse. You will see how magical and how enchanted you will be. You will just love it because you are used to dealing with dry hair all the time. You are used to dealing with dry, but here is this thing that is making your hair soft, that is making your hair succulent, that is making it more enjoyable to handle even by you. So greenhouse method is very good for healthy hair and for hair growth. And I've shown you if you were to use our products for greenhouse method, you will use the daily mist or the daily mist and the conditioner, or you use no product at all. It is very important that you use the products that you are supposed to use for the daily, for the greenhouse method. So, like I said, people with dry hair should use the greenhouse method. Another set of people who should use do the greenhouse method is people with low porosity hair. People with low porosity hair. What with the greenhouse method will do is that it will cause your cuticles lift, and it will absorb, and it will absorb the products in it. Your when you have low porosity, it's very hard for your cuticles to rise. It's very hard for your cuticles to rise, for things to get in, for products to penetrate. So, but when you do it, even for low porosity hair, because heat has been trapped inside. Heat has been trapped inside. So for low porosity hair, the cuticles will lift, and then the products or whatever it is you are using on your hair will go inside, and it will make your hair healthy. So um if you have low porosity hair, you should not joke with you should not go joke with you should not joke with greenhouse. Thank you, Natalie, for checking our products. We hope you place an order and buy from us. We will really love to have you place an order. Natasha Negron. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And also don't forget to share the live. Now, what who should not use greenhouse method? Who should not use greenhouse method? People that should not use greenhouse method are people that have very limp hair. If you have very limp hair, if you have very limp hair, very gummy hair, I don't know, I talked about hair growth fatigue. If you have, thank you, Natasha, for adding the product to your cart. We hope you check out, and we will deliver the products to you. Thank you. Hope you add the daily needs, add everything to your cart, and place an order. Thank you, Natasha. Place an order right now. Place an order right now, and we'll deliver to you first thing, not first thing. We'll deliver to you today. I'm so sorry. We'll ship out today to you where you are, and ensure that all your tracking information is sent to you. Natasha, thank you very much. Add the products, they're lovely products, premium ingredient that you like. when you see when you are using the products on your hair, you will feel the difference immediately. Thank you, Natasha. Finish up, finish up, and then we'll deliver your products to you. We have so much products for you to grow long and healthy hair like the one I am carrying. Now, the people with naturally limp hair, gummy hair, unhealthy hair, hair that are like it's just so gummy, you're pulling it out and then it's breaking. You should not do the greenhouse method because if your hair is like it's so limp and so damp and doesn't have life, the greenhouse method what it does is that it adds it's the greenhouse method, what it does is that it increases the moisture level of your hair shafts, right? So if you're already dealing with overload of moisture, you don't want to do the greenhouse method because your hair is already overly moisturized. Your hair is overly moisturized already. Now, um, we'll, now let me teach you a hack as we begin to get ready to round up today. Check out the products that we're showing you. Check out the products. Let me teach you a hack. Do you know that if you are trying to grow your hair and you're always wearing wigs, do you know that that's an opportunity to do the greenhouse method? That's a very good opportunity. So what you will do is you will take your spray, your hydrating mist, right? You will spray all over your hair, and then you can cover with a plastic bag instead of this, and then wear a wig cap on top, and then wear your wig on top. That way you have trapped the entire moisture into your hair, and your hair is underneath the wig, and it is protected because you already have the plastic bag protecting it, and that way you are able to get your your greenhouse method and then still able to beautify yourself with the wigs you want to wear. So talk about a double whammy. Talk about a double whammy where you are killing two birds with one stone. You're killing two birds with one stone. So it's really good. It's really good for you, right? You when you are able to do that, if you're able to get away with that. Another hack I want to show you is when you want to go to a party and then you are tying your hair, right? When you want to go to a party or you want to go out and then you have to tie your hair with a headgear that you know that you don't need to come in contact with your hair, or you're wearing a hat, or you're wearing a turban, or you're wearing something, right? And you want to um cover your hair with that headgear, you can do the greenhouse method underneath it, just the way you did under your wigs. So, like I said, on my wedding day, I mean, it's a traditional wedding, an African wedding. We always have several outfits and that come with headgears. So I just told my people that they should give me a minute. I put the plastic bag on my head and then I told them to tie the headgear on top of the plastic bag. So that way I know that my work is not in vain because I'm able to keep this effect, this greenhouse effect at all times. So thank you very much. That's we are already wrapping up the live, but to recap, I just want to quickly say what I said. But before then, I'll tell you my name is Atilola. I am a certified trichologist and a cosmetic scientist. I am the founder of African Naturalist. That's the Good Hair Tribe Ethnic Hair Products, the trichologist, and Pure Formula Innovations. So like I said, greenhouse is when you create a separate environment for your hair and separate it from the actual environment. Why you should do the greenhouse method, you can do it to moisturize your hair, to combat dryness, for detangling hair with a dermal brush, which is the detangler you'll be using. Um, what and then when you want to trim, and also how to do a greenhouse method. I'm sure that one is quite straightforward, right? You can use a spray bottle, you can use spray water, you can use spray water and your leave-in conditioner, or you can even skip the product and let your body generate the heat. How often should you do a greenhouse greenhouse treatment. So you can, for normal hair, you can do once in a week. For dry hair, you can do twice in a week. Um, but always make sure that the hair is not yet overly moisturized before you go. Now, the who should do the greenhouse? People with dry hair should do greenhouse so they can get their hair well moisturized. And people with normal low porosity, they learn a lot. They get a lot from greenhouse. Now, why should you not get the greenhouse treatment? Is if you have naturally limp hair. If your hair is naturally limp, naturally dry, naturally damaged, then you will not get um, you you will not benefit so much from greenhouse, and it can even make the situation worse. So the greenhouse hack that I said do greenhouse when you want to accessorize with wigs, also when you want to go to party and you need to tie a headgear. Those are the hacks that I can get around greenhouse. Otherwise, just do it in your house normally, do it overnight. So let me know if you have questions. I'll be taking your questions in the chat section. Let me know if you have questions. If not, we are going to call it a day. Let me know if you have you have questions. Let me know. Let me know. Okay, if there are no questions, I guess we are going to see tomorrow in our next live. And what are we going to be teaching? Come tomorrow and you will find out. Have a great day.